This will be episode 148, cycle 2538 and onward. I was really hoping we could finish this before, episode 150, and then I could start a new playthrough. But it's probably going to be, maybe 160, 165-ish, I think. The biggest problem, obviously, for us is Mine the Gap. The achievement requires mining a crap load of materials from space, which just takes time. And that's why one of the main reasons it's taking so long is everything just takes time at this point. The base is completely self-sustaining. We're overproducing materials in almost every single base except I think 2. And I could just get the dupes from those bases back to main base and everything would be fine. Everything else is automated. I could probably up the amount of water storage that we have on main base and then increase the petroleum storage and then add a proper distribution method. The only things I can think of. That would make it that way we're permanently sustainable for the rest of eternity. But yeah, once the game fully boots up, we'll go through our normal rigmarole of priority checks and then plan out what we're going to do today. I do want to try to get the petroleum boiler online in the next 3 streams, which hopefully next week will be probably Tuesday or Wednesday. It just depends on whenever I get the A-OK on my commission. Whenever it's completed. Well, according to the commissioner's approval. When they say when it's done, it's done. Obviously, if there's any errors on tracking or anything, I'll go in and fix it. But I'm going to be happy when this is all done. Come on, honey. Boot, damn you. Boot. There we go. Yeah, this planet is pretty much self-sustaining at this point. The biggest problem, I think, is that we don't really produce enough water. The only real water production that's actually made is the duplicate going to the bathroom, which is water positive. Weirdly enough, he does make enough, but not quite enough for breathability. We do have plenty of water on this planet to pretty much last him for the rest of eternity if I really wanted to leave it as is. I still feel like I probably should figure out some sort of system for importing water effectively. Unreachable. You can actually leave, right? Yeah. Weird. Yes, let me get all the planets loaded on up. We will need to go get more resin eventually. I believe Stella was en route back when we left her. Where is she? Where is Stella? Oh, no, she's not done yet. 9 more tons. Okay. Helen. That one. And main base is looking okay. Make sure it loads in. First load is always pretty bad. Game, and everything on this planet is going to be entombed. What do you want from me? There's no fixing that one. Everything on this planet is awful. Okay, dupes. What's the situation? Two still. I think it might be time that we just vent everything again. I don't really know if we have enough power to possibly do this efficiently. Like, this planet makes actually plenty of water just because of how much petroleum we have. And also the full steam vent. Like, full steam vents are insane, so there's not much I can say about that one. You know what? Oh, let's keep that open. I do need to eventually put steel tiles in. There. Okay, Proto's still going back for that. How much more research do we actually have? Tile analysis. We're missing quite a bit. In general. Getting all their injuries taken care of. Pretty sure we did not get the achievement because I didn't save it properly. Check. No, we did not. 7.7. Damn it. I should have turned that off. So apparently that achievement is currently bugged. You have to actually freeze out a machine and then save the game and then turn it back on. And that's what gets you the achievement completion. But for now, I think we're just going to leave this thing running and just deal with it. I'm also just going to do this. Break that. Can I be cheap? Can. That move back. I need to grab one blob and send it back around. Like so. All of it. And I should hopefully get the cooling loop running internally. Okay, cool. I love the plier tools. It makes doing that so much easier, doing it manually. Oh yeah, this should be a lot easier to cool this down now. So this will eventually overheat. There should be enough mass there that it will keep it from happening too quickly. Let's see, a Wren with Mullihan's germ-resistant small bladder. They're researching a suit wearing. Not bad as this was earlier on because of the suit wearing. Iman with uncultured iron gut and apathetic operating farming. Lindsay with cooking rocketry, shriveled taste buds, building impairment. They do have branching, but it's only level 1. I think we're just going to take the omelets on this one. I wish there was a safer way to do this one. In theory, I could move this down and then add a junction point here. It would make it technically safer. I'm sure this was the solid nuclear waste, yeah. I think it's time that we do it. Yeah, screw it. I want to make a safe zone for my dupes that can actually operate this stupid thing. This, scoot this. Can we put it above it? We can. We'll have to go there. Make it out of cobalt. And this gas pipe also needs to be moved. And then I need one. You. This is already on the same power grid, so I don't need to worry about that. I do need to reconnect this. I know we're missing a research station. It's fine, game. Work. Put it in like that. Yep. And yes, I was absolutely going to fully fry that line right there. Okay. Actually, jig this one. I wanted to. Is it needed? Aesthetics wise, yeah. Great. We need that. And there's that is for the shipping container. Your loader. Construction. No. This isn't impeding on anything. Nope. Oh, all good. I've been thinking about adding this thing in down here this entire time. Just like, it needs to be done because of safety reasons. I'm tired of dupes getting injured. Also, I can just do this. That would go through it. Do we have enough gold to make some reasonable decor up here? I kind of doubt it. But I have no idea. So we're about to find out. Find the Geiger counter, of course. We do not. Oh, I also can't reach that one right now. I definitely do not want to get rid of that plastic tile. That would be bad. Hey, Mercy TV. Welcome. Doing good. Currently rejigging some material study terminals so that way my deep stuff gets shot in the face while I'm not looking. My particle accelerator is getting to the point of rapid overflow, and it's definitely way too hazardous to leave as is anymore. Hopefully you're having a good evening. Yeah, at the moment, currently just getting the dupes to scoot things around. Also getting it a little bit better looking. We're gonna rejig some of the safety precautions. We gotta do it right. Nice. How is it? How's that DLC actually holding up for you? That's good to hear. Never know when it comes down to Pokemon, man. Like, seriously. You never really know. Re-allow manual use. I need... That's not wrong. That's wrong. Linus? Yes. Oh, nuclear waste. Keep that as a 9 priority. Okay, so this should all be safe now. So if I turn off my safety mechanism, re-engage research. Oops, don't make that. Don't make the button out of steel. We don't need that. Just make that of copper. It's fine. The only issue we're going to have is this tile right here is going to get irradiated to hell. Which will probably make it out of something that's radioactive resistant. Plastic, get over here. Plastic or lead, either one. Yep. I've been waiting a while for it as well. I'm actually already almost 255. I think I'm 94.6% towards 255 from 254. I haven't been able to really put much effort into it. It's just getting the daily done in like 10 minutes and then logging off because work. I've been doing my Live 2D commission. Don't get me wrong, I love working in Live 2D. It's great. Pain in the ass sometimes, but it's like, yeah, we're gonna do some, we're gonna need you to do some crazy shit. Let me leave that door open. Now here's the big question. 5 radioactive contaminants. Half-life 1 cycle. 50% dead. Okay, cool. This is now technically safe. The only thing we have to worry about is if a dupe stands on this tile. And that's it. Crazy, can you grab the rest of these without needing to go that way? See what I mean when I say, like, this is now finally safe? These are also outputting so much radiation, well, rad bolts specifically, that definitely no longer safe to keep the research station up there. Yeah, my dupe, who is almost a perfect scientist, they're level 28. Their max level, they've already hit max level, and their skills are putting them at 28. And they have 1,120% research speed. They can only get the material study terminal down to about 74 rad bolts before another 100 come rolling in. It's like, yeah. Once you get to pretty much around like 600 rad bolts per cycle on a rad bolt generator, your scientist, even a perfected one, cannot keep up. Maybe I can increase speed. Oh wait, no, she got to 64. Maybe, I have an idea. Maybe I can increase lighting to improve efficiency. This might work. Pretty sure the duplicate is actually counted right in the middle. As they stand here and then walk over to it. So this should hopefully count as being within range. Here's the bigger question. How many Red Bull... Ooh, 42 germs already. It's not much. But it does slowly increase the radiation output. It is something to worry about. Okay, are they in range? This is the big question. Is Bucket in range of the duplicate sensor while working on this machine? I just have to wait for one of the other scientists then. Anyone else around to help with this? Or we get inundated with more red bolts? Oops. Yep, they count. Okay, cool. They're right in the middle, according to the game. Okay, sweet. So I just need a duplicate sensor of this side or this side, and that counts. Good. Now we'll keep a 15% speed boost. We might be able to get it down to about 55-ish before it burns out. That's actually pretty good. We're on our last research, at least as of the current update. Yeah, this will be one of the other achievements. I really should have gotten this one done long ago. I just kind of ignored it. Because we weren't producing enough rad bolts, and all of our rad bolt production was going to our rockets for fuel anyway, so it was kind of pointless to push for it. I mean, technically now we can definitely finish that one off. Mind the Gap is a little bit more important, which we've got currently 2 people working on. Biggest issue, though, is I need to get this space fully operational. And that also does mean that I need to get... I want to expand this any further. I don't think we need more than 2. Like, I really don't think we need more than 2 here. Yeah. It's not really needed. I just need the one for this setup, which is also on the main power spine. I could add more batteries, which is something I should probably do. And that's like the only thing I can think of for long-term storage purposes. Like so, and then we need utilities. I keep forgetting that they move the drywall. It's the one thing I have to force myself to remember is drywall has been scooted. Yeah, I'm gonna have the dupes build out this little steam box. Mostly for the main power spine for this base. And then we can go from there. I need to flood this thing with about... what? About 200, I think. Yeah, about 200 kilograms worth of water per tile. And that should be enough. Clean that up. I need more petroleum. And need to flood the water in there and then get the whole system running. I still don't know how this naphtha got here. The only thing I can think of is this. And the excess nuclear waste. That's about it. That's the only thing I can think of that would have caused this problem in the first place. Also, let me rejig this one. And you separate those, and you get all this connected in with heavy watt wire. I need to connect this on up, disconnect that. And then I need to connect the heavy watt wire up to this once we have enough thermal mass in here to not accidentally melt everything. Because right now they're in a vacuum, and this would be very bad to open that up. Very, very bad. Still don't know what caused the pips problem there. One was a weird one. Oh, also, before I forget, did we already build the chain? We did not complete it. We did build it. Okay. Let me get rid of this. Dig that out. I should be able to get the rest of this done. Set all of this to a 9 priority. And that should get the dupes to work on it. On the other side of things, we need cooking ingredients, slate wheat. I will have to leave these in while we continue to plant. The pips have a problem with calculating that many tiles, apparently. They just can't do it. We tried, it did not work. I'm almost tempted to just let the nuclear waste go out the back, but then we technically have unlimited nuclear waste. I just don't like wasting it. Not in that way, anyway. So, and I also need to connect this wire here. That way we can clean up the excess nuclear waste. I need construction, very high priority on those. 6 priority on that. I'm actually very tempted to take this cooling loop and apply it to the nuclear waste over here. Because in theory I could just do you with you. Yeah, it's all plugged in. Because we can just set it up like this. Tie them together, pinch this here, boom, done. Like so. And that would actually work out pretty well. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. Now, my only real issue is I need to get petroleum over there. And I don't actually have that much petroleum. 5.6 tons of it, but I think we would need all of it for that. Bigger problem. I don't think it's safe. Yeah, 695 degrees centigrade. It's not actually safe for me to take this through yet. Still too warm. Ah, that's so annoying. Damn it. Okay, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. Shit. I guess we just have to shoot it over with. Well, no, we need to get rid of the nuclear waste first. So then we can just input it directly. So this is pointless to do it. I can't distribute it properly. On them, not in that manner. Anyway. Yeah, that would actually be pointless to attempt it this way. So, steel, good. I need to use my interplanetary launcher system to take petroleum into the system, into the cooling. Because if we do it by delivering it via teleporter and we walk it through the steam room, it will flash. There's nothing I can do about that. I know for a fact it'll do it. We've had it happen way too many times. There's no way it wouldn't do it. I absolutely do not trust this thing. On the other side note, oops, please build that. Yep. We're leaking chill here, and I don't like it. This is also built so light, we don't do that. I'll alternate them. Alright, we don't have to worry about the dupes getting stuck. Dean, are you injured or are you just out of oxygen at some point? No, you were just out of oxygen at some point. It hasn't fixed itself. It's fine. Yeah, that should hopefully be enough cooling. I think we'll stop sending nuclear waste here soon. And we'll re-prep everything for petroleum. I will need to drain the system, though. Like, as a given. Alright, point all that way. How bad is the radiation now? 170, okay. Still blocking itself, but it has gone up by 0.2, I believe. That is something I gotta be careful of. So thankfully the half-life is eradicating itself, so it shouldn't be too We can only get it down to about 63. Oh, God. Well, at least the safety mechanism is working. That's all that matters. No more dupes getting shot in the head by my particle accelerator. It's just... the particle accelerator is just getting too powerful. Screw it. We need to add a safety mechanism. There was no getting around that anymore. And as you can see, they are rapidly charging without much issue. Now if we start sending more nuclear waste back down into the proper storage container, it's going to get even stronger. So yeah, this was absolutely needed. Yep, that do be hot. Dibs, can you please get the insulated tiles placed in there first? You don't accidentally have a problem. Great. Rail is now complete. That will be distributing all of the sleet wheat. I no longer need to come in here for the primary areas. Obviously, we have to plant the entire area. This thing not included. I could probably get it online. I think I'm just going to leave it alone. We'll probably demolish the lockers. They're kind of way out of the way. We've never actually opened that door because it's never wanted to open. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to delete this thing. Tree. Missing notes. There we go. Accordingly, as for you know, blah. I don't actually think I've seen that one. Just a little tidbit one, but still. Yeah, just need the dupes to build out the flooring and then we're all good. I like how they're all delivering but not building. And it's like, dupes, build the bottom. Protect me from the death. Thank you. Dude, why are you building that one first? You know what? I don't know. You move in there. And you guys build everything else. There we go. It's like standing directly underneath the tile. Like, I know he's safe now, but back in the day that would have gotten him stuck. It's like, I can see you being an idiot, so please stop. Move to your left. Thank you. Yeah, this should be able to completely handle anything I throw at it. I think we'll be fine, actually, on that front. I do need to prep for sending over more steel to other locations. Talon really does need steel to finish off the petroleum boiler and a lot of the other systems. Gas. Quite a bit. It was all frozen CO2 that melted. I'm almost tempted to just make a cooling loop down here. A super coolant that just goes around and freezes all the gas that comes down. That way we can just dispose of it. Either that or put it near the petroleum generators. Because eventually I do need to repurpose the petroleum generators' polluted water into reusable water. Just not here, because we're already producing more than enough. almost kind of insane how cold our base is actually getting with almost no proper cooling loops. We have one very basic one. And that's really all that's needed. And with all the excess machinery. Now I do need to eventually connect the food as an output. Just not at the moment. That's definitely something that needs to be done. And I just kind of keep ignoring it. Like, that needs to be automated. That way I don't have to touch it, or even go near it, or look at it. G versus Bert with digging, or Narcoleptic and hard digging. Not bad. If this was earlier on, I would actually think about taking him. But with only hard digging at this point, not so much. Super hard digging would have been better, but he's not a Narcolept. Max over here, so not as good. Narcolept's really good, actually, so I've got no complaints with that. And Joshua with mole hands, which was technically an even better digger, but he's got kitchen menace. It's actually pretty good, but plant murder is not good. So I think we'll just take the algae. If only it was Joshua with mole hands, super hard digging, Narcolept, and kitchen menace. That would be great. Sadly, that was not the case. Also, let's check our blueprints. And what do we get? Mabella Meep. Carrying piece. Guaranteed to cause a stir. Decent. Friends, please. Eggplant Atmo boots. Stomping around in hostile environments with purple. Okay. Not bad. I would have preferred a purple helmet, because it would be easier to discern dupes that have it. Purple boots, not so much. Still discernible, just not as good. You know what? Let's freeze this bad boy out. There we go. We have the power of super coolant. We'll be fine. We're about to lose the entire atmosphere in here. Let's get up my nose on that one though. That's actually a pretty good thing. Okay, let's head back to Propellant and keep working on our primary project here. Just getting the refueling base done so we can resume going after the achievement. Just want to get all of that plugged in. That plugs to there, this goes to that, that. We're at 23,000 rads. Means 2,000, 2,000, one. 201 rad bolts per cycle. That is plenty. Dupes. Screw it. This is gonna take a bit, so yeah, screw it. You need them to clean that up, though. And this. We'll just do the whole thing. I was thinking maybe we do it in parts, but that's definitely not worth doing in parts. We need that entire operation fully working. I need petroleum for my liquid lock, and we need petroleum for the... Okay, room is complete. 3, 2, 1. Come on, Gene. You can do it. There you go. Okay, so room is completed. Machinery inside of it, not so much. But everything else should be getting remotely completed. Okay, so there's no isolated. Good. Going through the steel, getting all the pipes in. This needs to connect here, this needs to be severed, this needs to be there. Problem, we don't have enough liquids yet, so let's take regular water. Actually, I have no idea how much excess water we have. Mostly because I'm pretty sure we only have it down here at this point. At least water that we can gain access to effectively anyway. In theory, I could scoot this over. Yeah, I could scoot that over and then add a pitcher from there. Yeah, at least we can get water. Everything is frozen, so I'm like, not so much. Ooh, we are getting very hot water though. Or is it this? And 191. Okay, where did you get that? That would do it. Where in the God's great earth did you get that? Do I have hot sand besides... Ew. Well, maybe? Maybe they got it from the polluted dirt vaporizing? The only thing I can think of. Let me do a quick search here real quick. Social medium sand. I'll click through it. 16. 15, 16, 13, 11. 21, 20, 18, 14, 12, 14, 23, 13. Where did they get the hot stuff from? Hold up. Ow. Where? What the hell? Deuce. Where did you get that? The only thing I can think of is the polluted water output over here. But I have no idea. Also, big question. Why did you grab it from all the way up there? When there's over 200 tons of it right here. They're in the same area. What the dupes. I swear to God, sometimes you guys drive me insane. That is actually infuriating. Not gonna cause like the end of a colony, it's just why? Why did you grab sand from the steam room? I can only assume it came from here. The only place on the entire map that's warm enough. Yeah. It's literally the only place that's warm enough. And there is below 20 degrees C sand right here. And 200 tons of it. Over 200 tons. Sometimes my dupes drive me absolutely insane. Yep, 201. That should be plenty. I think we can stop with the nuclear waste now. Hmm? There we go. Okay, getting that done. Let me turn off the nuclear waste. It is no longer needed. I'll just refactor our shots into our thing to finish it off. $415 left. Should need that pretty shortly. We no longer need to be sending nuclear waste over to another location. We'll save it for another place so we can build our fueling plant. $23,630.5 kilograms for nuclear waste in a single pile. That's around 3,903 rods per cycle on the same road. Delivery destinations. I probably want to set this up to be sent over to Kellen. Probably a Kellen. Because this is where we're going to be sending food. We need to reconnect these two. Hey Gio, welcome back. Hey Giovanni. You and your alt. But yes, welcome back. Hopefully next week I will be back on a regular scheduling. That way the YouTube guys and you guys will have a reasonable stream times. Because right now it's like I can only really do one at a time right now. So I can only really get one stream in every single week while I'm working on a commission, which sucks, but really nothing I can do about it other than that. Okay, resin is completely filled. We finally run out of materials that we needed. Everything is deep frozen. Let's see, we had a bunch of plant matter. Do we have anything left? Higher priority, no. We are out. What can I give my plant? We have 8,000 barbecue, that's it. That's not. Famous commissions? What do you mean famous commissions? I'm not famous on that front. Yeesh. My work may be solid, but I'm definitely not famous. That's for sure. But no, I've been working on a live 2D commission again. Because I kind of had to after getting sick that much time. Because I had to pass up a bunch of them. We had the bacterial bronchitis and it was just awful. And it's like, okay, cool. So I wasn't able to work on anything. And now it's like, okay, I need to get something done this month. So I started it this month and I should be done about halfway through the month. Normally it's, you know, normally you put in enough effort to be able to get it done within like 2 to 3 months. This time around it's like, we don't have that luxury. We have to get it done this month. So it's been down to one stream every single week. I was actually going to stream yesterday on Friday, but yeah, we didn't get that luxury because of technical issues. So that sucked. Like, yeah, we'll just stream Friday night, no problem. Tries to connect to Twitch. Redlining. Everything is redlining. Today it's fine. But yeah, yesterday it was just everything died. I have no idea what happened. It just sort of happens from time to time. It absolutely sucks, so there's nothing I can do about it. You just kind of get used to it whenever it happens, and it's like, pain. I need to refreeze the system again. I'm going to do this. I need to separate you. You to there. Then pause it. And then let it run. I also need to take one blob off the network. Pull those away for a second. Connect that there. Come on, you. Split. Nah, I didn't get it in time. I'm trying to get a blob into the output port here. Go. 3. And there's a complete rotation. Okay, cool. So that should be able to just freeze itself out and then I'll have to worry about it. We'll reconnect it once it's done. How goes the gas removal in here? Slowly but surely, we're getting it vented. Probably need to seal it off again. I really just want to vent the entire place, to be honest. And go from there. If only. Pretty much the bees have been overproducing hydrogen, and we had a leak a long time ago. I just never cleaned it up because there was no need to. Now I want to switch this out for oxygen so my dupes can actually exist down here safely and we can properly repurpose this zone. I'm slowly cleaning out all the excess chlorine and hydrogen that was left behind. Yeah, the mixed gases is causing problems when we're trying to feed it all into one giant exit port to space. I wish. I wish that worked. But no, sadly, hydrogen in this one does not burn in that way. As technically speaking, hydrogen and oxygen not included cannot actually cause a flame. So yeah, it's one of those things where you could technically heat this on up to plasma levels of temperatures and it won't do anything other than melt everything around it, but that's about it. There's also no oxygen either. So, technically speaking, if you add a gas in here, like if you had pure hydrogen in space and you lit a fire in it, it wouldn't actually burn. Because technically speaking, there's no oxygen source or any other regular standardized flame. So you're not actually merging atoms. So you're not actually going to get a flame, which would then create water. Because there's no oxygen to produce. Well, to merge with it. So from a chemical standpoint, lighting a flame in hydrogen would do nothing. Because you wouldn't be able to light the flame in the first place. Even with an ignition source, it would burn out instantaneously because, well, the fire itself would not be able to cause any level of chemical binding. So, sadly, this room would just, it would do nothing. If I flooded it with oxygen, on the other hand, and I still had hydrogen in it, and then you lit a match, it would instantaneously explode. So, yes, that would work. But I would have to flood the place with oxygen, and I'd rather just get rid of the hydrogen first, and then get rid of it afterwards. There is actually a little bit here, I think. Yeah, there's a little bit of oxygen, mostly chlorine, and mostly hydrogen. It's almost all gone. We're in micrometers, or yeah, the milligrams in certain spots. Other places are just in micros. I just wish I never let the mixed gas get in there to cause a problem. Alright, temperature's still falling. Good. Yeah, we went from 197.7 for the rest of this room down to 188.1. Eventually this will all get frozen out, and then I don't have to worry about it. Then I have to start freezing the rest of this area in chunks. Because I want the bees down here eventually. And this compost is going to go poof. I don't really need it. I'm only utilizing it to disperse the excess polluted dirt and also to slowly reduce the temperature in here. Because these actually output lower temperature amounts of energy than their current surroundings. So they actually cool the area until they get to about 90 degrees. I keep getting mock stream recommendations? Why? What's happening? What's going on? Is Twitch doing something? I know it's September, so there's that. But I don't really know what's going on if you're getting weird advertisements here. There's nothing I can do about that, which sucks. But yeah, if anyone has working ad block, feel free to use it here. I have no complaints. If you've got turbo, then obviously more power to you. I think it's super annoying that as an affiliate, it's just like, we're just fucked with ads. There's nothing we can do about it whatsoever. I talk to an at in chat. Maybe. Oh, we are getting nuclear waste burning out now. Oh, that's a lot of radioactive. I'm gonna turn the safety back on just for a moment because I need to get rid of that. Someone please clean that up and not get irradiated to hell. I said not get irradiated to hell. God damn it, man. And he drops the container. Oh, that works. As long as you don't actually ingest that, they'll be fine. Ah, gotcha. That makes more sense. Yeah, I just wish there was an easier way for you guys to not have to worry about ads here on my channel. Because of how long my streams are, it's really annoying that I know you guys sometimes have to deal with it. Say we have any level of interruption from Twitch at any point, and then it's like, oh look, more ads. It's like, God damn it. I just wish you guys never had to deal with it. It just makes the game, it makes viewing it better, it makes everything better. Pretty sure all the nuclear waste is out now? Yes. Okay, so we need to repurpose this firing line. We're no longer needing any more nuclear waste. Have we distributed it? All of it? That's the big question. I need to clean this all up. You know what? Seeing we don't need nuclear waste anymore here, I think we can get rid of the backing panel and just waste it to space. A meme. But yes, let's go for our background buildings. Let's get rid of the actual drywall there, and I will also empty that. I need to repurpose this line. Disconnect that and that. Making them all lined up. So this is here as a just in case. This pipe can actually go away now. This one. And that one. And I need a junction pipe. One pipe bridge there. And this should be able to fully stabilize this entire pipe. And we need to ship over petroleum. Okay, all that is now lined up. Dupes. Let's clean up our pipe network. And once that's done, we'll start sending over petroleum. Pretty sure we don't need any more. Okay. And yes, we are literally just venting nuclear waste into space. these. That. These no longer have anything in them that we need. We'll leave the conductive plating for now. Should be fine. Empty that and okay. That's 142? Yeah, 142 to 143 degrees centigrade. That's pretty hot. Actually, we'll connect this one, this one. That one connect there. I don't... Well, actually, no, we will actually do this. So, the bigger problem that I'm going to see here is that this power grid cannot support my railgun if they're running together. So that actually has to be connected independently on the primary grid. It goes down to the base. That's not a fun experience to know that, but definitely needs to be done. Enable auto bottle. I'm almost tempted to do it here, but then I know that they'll be up. I do need to go. There's really no place for me to put a bottle in here. Flush pincher pump. I don't know, chat. I'm debating where to put this thing. Because it's like not really gonna fit. I can scoot this over by one. Kind of. And we can clear these two plastic pieces here and then connect it all up. That's the only thing I can think of. Scooting this over. So, make sure. Okay. Just need to make sure it wasn't deleting the conveyor line. That would have been bad. That'd be very, 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 very bad. Also looks like we have new printables. A pay with rocketry, cooking, doctoring, innately stylish, caregiver, uncultured, and unpracticed artist. They get a decor morale bonus because they're uncultured. And then they get another decor bonus because they're an unpracticed artist. That is actually pretty funny. If I had run into this pay early, I would have picked her in an instant. Because it took us so long to get one. Oh man. Doctoring animal lover, undigging noodle arms, nope. Supplying rocketry, super, nope. I'll just take the hatchling eggs. Fine. Okay. They're all safe. Where did I see a hot indicator? I just was like, oh, it's toasty. Where? Actual concern there for a moment. Yes, let me add a pitcher pump. Shove it right there. Okay, oops. Please build this thing real quick. Or we can get some excess water out of here and properly distribute it up here. Needs to be. Other things we need to definitely power wire put in. Let me just maximize priority on that. Temperatures are starting to fall a little bit. And I need to redesignate. You need to go to Felon. You need to be William. Okay. So all that's set up, that should go. Make sure we haven't any more nuclear plants. If we did, that would be great, but I really doubt what we have. Mostly because I don't like now that we've finally fixed this, I can no longer utilize it in the way that I did a workaround for it originally. Neutronium was not working. If anyone goes back and watches some of the other episodes on YouTube, this neutronium plug was actually increasing the amount of radiation that was going through it. And it was a multiplier, not a remover. Now it's properly working, which is good, but it means that my little tiny seaweed farm in here can no longer produce mutant plants easily. At least in the current duration. Probably move one down here eventually once we get oxygen in here. Because I'm fine having this zone be like frozen out. That's not a big deal. This should not be running unless... You know. Or are you? And it's just being weird. I think it's just being a little... I can also just do this. And speed this thing up. I will admit, it's very old. It's been here for a long time. My liquid vent here is 1,824.92 cycles old. Goddamn, that is an old pipe. Let's build that real quick. Get rid of this ladder. That. Okay. It's not really needed to double up like this. It's just something I'm going to just leave it as. That should hopefully keep the water tank completely topped up. Excess water is still being vented into space. Don't really need it. Supercoolant. We'll set up for whenever we do need to send it off. Excess water is being teleported, and the rest of it dumped whenever the bathroom is full. They're not even close right now, so okay. Check. Yep, everything is working as intended. Need the dupes to build that, and that should be fine. There's petroleum. Double check make sure there's none sitting in the system. I'll leave that as a 9 for now. This needs to get a bit built first. Tiny amount of petroleum, but enough. Yeah, no, that's definitely enough to get things started. Only 11 kilograms of water. We need this to be about 50. Probably 200, but I think that's probably too much. Probably also need to add 1 liquid vent here. That way we can fill this on up with petroleum real quick. Probably only need to send like maybe half a ton left. And that's about it. Because I may need to add some more cooling loops to a couple other things, especially once we get the sulfur going, but space is mostly done. I could use supercoolant for this, but it's such a simplistic thing in space, I prefer just using petroleum. Even though we technically have an unlimited amount of it. When I say it, I mean supercoolant. Maybe at a later date, I'll just upgrade the cooling loop to supercoolant. Just need this little T block to fill up, and we can turn on everything because we'll start generating energy, and the energy will be converted into water, which will then turn to steam once it hits centigrade. Oh, about 98.9, and then it should do it. And once that's filled, we'll just snip pipe and we'll be good to go. I feel bad for Vinard because I'm just making him do all the work. Poor Vinard. Sorry, bud. And we're getting closer. It is nice how little you actually need for a cooling group. Because, I mean, it's 10 kilograms per blob. And you need like 700 for a T block. Come on. Slow and tedious, but effective. Only faster. If only. 48, 658, 58, 70. 100. Close. There it goes. Come on. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, now we just need to flood both systems. I need to disconnect this. Oops, I definitely need to switch the pipes. So I need to swap these. Actually, put those in backwards. probably keep that one connected because that will outflow in the same way. Yep. Okay. Got the conductors flipped around. There we go. Fun part is I definitely need to properly pour petroleum out on top of this system here. Which means we need to flood the network here, isolate each blob, release it, and then put more petroleum into the network. In that order. I don't like that order, but that is the way it works. This is going to suck. Okay. That is all nice and connected. Which means... Boop. And... Boop. Okay, so we'll flood the network. I need to put petroleum on top of these. I'm pretty sure I don't need to do that for the conductive plating. Yeah, the conduction panel can function in a vacuum. I shall make the assumption that it can work in a vacuum and hope that it does. Fluid-wise, I think we'll hold off on that for now. I think it's time we plug everything in. Now, the steam turbines are absolutely going to have a problem here. But that is fine. And totally expected. Meantime, let's make sure everything is nice and connected here. Now, how bad is it? Potential load, current load 4,000. Why are you currently having a 4,000? Okay, there we go. That's what to say. I'm like, where? How? Explain. Potential load is exactly... This one needs to connect on up to the grid. And this actually needs to be disconnected. And I also need to disconnect the railgun from the rest of the cabling. That can go, and this needs to be connected. This gives our rebels 2 extra batteries, a fully autonomous connection point. All of this is also connected to the main grid and the double battery setup. Too much energy at this point. Now this is actually creating more energy than I would like on the power grid. But it's not the worst thing I've seen. At least not yet anyway. Okay, so this should be a little bit more efficient. We've got the higher power grid here set up. Battery backups are done. Definitely not producing enough energy to offset operations. Bigger question. How much petroleum are we rocking? Temperatures are falling. Tells me that it is actually working. How much so? Okay, so the lab bolt generators are not technically effective. Damn it. Kind of expecting that, so... I'll set another piece of steel here. We'll need to put petroleum on top of all of these and then put it... Yeah, that should work. It should hopefully actually transfer temperature a little bit better. I still really wish that these things would actually work effectively. Don't. They did buff them though. That's pretty good. But they only really apply to any machinery that's connected to an actual file. Stuff like rebel generators, which should be affected by this. Because it's sitting on top of the dang thing. They should be working. Aren't. What that means is, well, we gotta pour a temperature medium, aka petroleum, onto our rebel generators so that way they can actually function. Settings there. Case. Now the annoying part begins. It's close. There we go. Okay. So what we have to do is pop all of these. This will be 10 kilograms of petroleum per tile. And this will give us a transfer medium for our steam turbine. Okay, so if anyone's wondering, this is the easiest way of getting petroleum out and about and using petroleum coolant. Yeah. Send petroleum straight to your car. Right. You would still need to process it, unless you're actually using a pure petroleum vehicle. Even then, you would definitely need processing before taking this kind of fuel somewhere. Eliobo, welcome back. It's a sweaty oxygen player. What do you mean, sweaty oxygen player? There we go. Somehow we have... Wait, hold up. We just released one tile of 10 kilograms of petroleum everywhere. Ah, there it is. There we go. So we technically had a uniform liquid, but 10 kilograms, 9.7, 9.4, 9.1, 9.5, 9.8, 10.2, and yeah, there it goes. So fluids in this game likes to move, they really prefer to move to the right. Still don't really know what causes it. It's just a thing in action not included. You see it a lot in the water world. You'll actually get like rising tide, and all the water moves to the right. Any fluid will always try to go to the right. But this is a really good like showcase of it. That's pretty funny. And we'll set all of the petroleum to about 15 degrees. Should be able to handle most of it. Pretty sure we can stop sending petroleum now, so let me go back to Aerodol real quick, and we'll turn off the petroleum request. And the rest that's left in the system. Manufactured material, we'll use plastic as our filler. And that should handle the rest. At least what's left in the machinery. It'd actually be worthwhile to just dump it out over here. Or better yet, pipe completely filled. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, let me get rid of the junction here. Dump the liquid bridge. Instead, we'll just connect that up. Dump the rest of the excess petroleum out. Let's empty the payload opener first, and then dump the rest of the pipe out. That way we don't have to worry about it too much. Otherwise there'll be way too much fluid here, and it will fill. Probably should send the excess water that we don't need up here as well at a later date. Yes, power-wise, I really don't think this is enough as of current to run everything. Let me just test it real quick. Probably gonna blow the line. Nope. Absolutely straining main base's spine pretty badly though. Ooh. At 3.12 kilowatts. We need to build up the rest of the piping. I don't have the materials to do so. Not so great. Yes, we can now refill our rockets here, which means we now have a much easier path to being able to go to Ikelen and Siftolan. Siftolan really does need the support because this place just gets artilleried by meteorites 24/7. Speaking of which, currently already en route to bombard the heck out of our base here. Oh, yep, there goes the power. It's too much. Too powerful. Not enough actual power generation. I think we can probably run one. Maybe two. But I still think it might be too much for the system. At least during the night. Oh, food is a kid. On meat. I know. Yeah, I need to get this sorted as well. The problem is we don't have the materials to get this sorted. I need to build a automated line straight up. And we really really don't have the capacity to pull that off. I can probably dump the food into a vacuum. Problem is that it's going to do the same thing that it's already dealing with. You know, we can do like negative 60. Pretty sure ethanol can easily handle that. Yeah, ethanol can handle that. I could probably... This is CO2. I might be able to be chintzy with this. A little bit. Just enough. So if I put a refrigerator right up there. Oh, I don't want to use iron for this, but we don't really have another way. Well, we have the materials to do this. I don't like it. And it's really derpy because I don't have the materials to build all the way on up. But we can kind of get away with this. And I can technically freeze out the meat in a CO2 environment. And it should, in theory, be okay. So if we do this, meat, automate the process. All the meat that's grabbed out of here should go straight on up. Edible. You know what? Set it for edible and everything. Fuck it. Why not? But we should be able to extract the meat from all of our little puffs here. At least from this side. And send it on up to a makeshift refrigerant. And then we should be doing much better. No, automating. The problem is right now, obviously, we don't have enough materials to build a line all the way on up to the fridge. Which is over here. Which would be going up, over, up this way, through there, and over to the fridge system, which is this line right here. So we need to connect it there. Yeah, we don't have the materials for that. Not yet, and not on this planet. I will have to send it over and get it done. No, normally any other way. But for now, this should hopefully work. It'll be slightly refrigerated in a sterile environment, so meat should definitely last a bit longer. Auto super arm can only do that. Actual objective and everything else should be manually taken care of. There it goes. Okay, guys. Looks like our dupes are doing pretty well now. Jump out there. Not liquid, but you're good. We dealt with that. Stella, you should be coming home by now. Yeah. This takes Stella quite a while to dig this place up. We can stop the plastic now. There's a bunch of petroleum. Dead. Okay, cool. All that's working out pretty good. Steam room is improving. Beyond that. Petroleum from there. There, we don't need it anymore. 50 kilograms per tile is plenty. Plastics being distributed out. We have a lot of plastic to take care of, so put that thing. But I think for balance, actually doing okay. Now the bigger question is, can I run 2 of them? Not really. Not as of current. We have to replace all of the regular wires on the main spine with heavy watt. And I really should send cobalt through. Yeah, let's send some cobalt through our teleporter. Through cobalt. Have a bunch of cobalt about. That needs to go through. Now, also, we can disable the safety again and keep working on the research. This is the last research node. Again, I really should have finished this sooner. I just kind of ignored it because we weren't going to use it. Like, hydrogen rockets in the DLC is... I'll be honest, they're completely inferior to Red Bull engines. They really need to improve their overall speed before we can, like, point blank be like, okay, these are actually worth going for now. Yeah. As of current, it's just, they're not. They really aren't. In base game, absolutely. You should definitely go for hydrogen rockets. If you get the DLC, Red Bull engines are just better. The only thing they can't do is carry like a super rocket, but I can't think of any real housing that would require a super rocket. Unless you really wanted to just bomb it around the entire like playable space in one launch. Then you can do that with a hydrogen, but it's going to be slower than the Red Bull rocket. Also, outlet eggs versus Ren with allergies. Hell no. I will never take an allergic ever again. I refuse. Auto Ludite. Building. Thank you with operating 11. Their radiation eater. If only that perk didn't suck. I so wish radiation eater was actually good. The biggest problem with it is every time your dupe goes to the bathroom, all their rads up to 100 go poof. Rad Eater can eat per cycle 150 rads. If they have to go to the bathroom every cycle, which they do, it completely negates Radiation Eater unless you're pushing 300 rads. If you're pushing 300 rads on a dupe, then you can technically instantly pop them down to about 50 by utilizing the actual Radiation Eater. Problem with that, though, is they are going to be in the minor radiation sickness range. And the other issue is technically speaking, there's not really a point to run that high on rads. Because, again, your dupes will just go to the bathroom anyway. And if you really want a radiation-resistant dupe, then you just get a glow stick. Because glow stick gives you 33% radiation resistant on the dupe. If you end up going with the suit, that gives you another 66%, so they're at 99%. Give them one bit of seafood under, like, any piece of seafood. And boom, they are now over 100% radiation resistant, and they will not gain rads at all. So sadly, Radiation Eater does not have resistance, which does feel like an oversight. I still don't know why they don't. Like, I so wish that they did, because it would make them a lot more useful, but they just don't. But it would also kind of conflict with their own ability, because they need to generate rads onto their person to be able to be used. And they really don't get that opportunity, which isn't great. They're definitely in a weird category. I'd say it's not a beneficial perk, but it's also not a negative one, so it's just kind of there. I do feel like Radiation Eater, though, definitely needs buffs. I forgot to hit the manual use. Right. Actually, how is the temperatures up here now? Okay, they're much better. Good, good. And temperatures in here hit 41. Eventually this should steam off. It's just gonna take a while. I hate that fact, but nothing about it. This bad boy's going off again. I need to set this up as a 1-2 pump, so we have to redistribute water back in, which also means I need to extend the... Well, my little liquid lock needs to be scooted over to about here. So, instead of them being 9 by 6, I need here. That way we can give enough space for our liquid pump. Because I need a fluid. Doesn't have to be water, but I need a fluid to touch this tile every time I want it to pump the tungsten. Because you can remotely pump a fluid as long as the pump activates without contacting the fluid that you want to pump, like in this direction. I probably need to switch all of these pipes with ceramic / tungsten, but this should last long enough. Also, this is in space, so it shouldn't have any problems. Anyway. I was really hoping I wouldn't need to set up a 1-2, but pretty sure we're gonna have to do a 1-2 pump. I don't like it. They're not bad, they're just difficult to work around. Mostly because of how much space that is needed, and then also setting up timer-based calculations. Because you can do this. Which also means I will need to tile. I will show it once the autosave finishes. But one of the techniques that you can do is up by one. That you can do an element sensor. Liquid element sensor. Make it a tungsten so it doesn't melt. Put that there. And then you can put a liquid vent preferably right next to it, or well, actually alternated. So it would need to be here. I'm gonna have to speed that, so we'll have to build one here and then one there. But what you do is you alternate the sensor to the liquid, and then what happens is this will detect liquid water. It will open this vent. Then it will move up by 1 tick. It will then no longer detect it. The next blob should be water, which will then cause this blob, because it moved up again, to fall. Because it will pop out and it's good. Then it will close, the tungsten will pass, and then the water will get sucked back up, and then sent again. So you have to pretty much time it perfectly. But that's how you do a 1-2. They are annoying, but very powerful if used properly. And also you gotta get the timing just right. Fuck up the timing, well, everything down here is gonna immediately melt. So, that's why I say, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but I think we will. Now, the only other issue that I see is that if we do make a mistake, or if it saves and loads in a bad orientation, we could have actual liquid tungsten raining down on our liquid pump again. If our dupes aren't here when that happens, the entire system will melt very quickly. So we gotta be very careful on how we time this. But it is totally doable. I also need a debate about which fluid we're going to use, because this can only handle up to 275 degrees. Personally, we should probably keep with petroleum, but that also means we have a chance for sour gas to form. I'd rather have sour gas than steam though, because we can just vent both of them, but sour gas is slightly easier to deal with because you can just freeze it back into methane. Steam takes quite a while for it to actually dissipate its energy, which makes it kind of has to cool down. It's a give and take. Yeah, I'll need to clean this up a bit. Tile 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This output, and this needs a tile on top of it. And then I have to put a tiny blob, quite a few tiny blobs of petroleum in, just rotate them around. But that will give us the intended purpose. Yeah, I definitely do all of these first and foremost. How much cobalt do we have? We got 2,744 steel. How much cobalt do we have here at this point? 5 kilograms. Dupes, god dang it. Dupes, why? It's right there. Even Super Sweep only, right? What is Super Sweep? Move it. Move the cobalt. Giant chunks somewhere around here, and I gotta find it. Oh, I can re-inject cooling again. As such, we are going to do so. Goodbye, temperature. It's only slightly different. It is slowly cooling down the entire environment, but it will be a while before it fully becomes safe to use. Hey, dupes. Okay, I should be able to do this G maneuver. I'm still holding the key down. And there we go. Okay. Let me clean those up. And set all of this for a 9 priority. Priority all of that. Cancel friction. We just need to reconnect everything with heavy wire, and then I can turn on everything because this should be able to handle the massive amount of kilowatts that are being sent through the system. As of right now, this is definitely too much draw on the entire main spine on this planet, and it will absolutely short circuit the entire network if I am not careful. Well, they are working through it, slowly but surely. I feel like it's going to take them forever to do, though, even though I know that they're going pretty quickly. Come on, dupes. You can do it. Or maybe not. They're just a wee bit slow. We fired everything out of the cannon that mattered. You kind of find it funny that this is just CO2 at this point. The dupes can be allowed in this airlock without a suit. It's just the only time that there's an atmosphere in here is when we're having them exhale, and that's about it. And still was gonna get back. Bunch more time. And one cycle. That's good. That's pretty good. Rocket refill. 8, 6. Yeah, we gotta get this power. We gotta get the power grid sorted. I want to make this way faster. Otherwise, having a way station out here is kind of pointless. Yeah, the big thing, obviously, is we can now gain access to the Guild asteroid field. I can explore the rest of the zone. And obviously, the other blatant win is Ikellen and Siftolan. The two big ones. So I'm pretty sure them slightly closer to the water world. Or sorry, the frozen world. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no. Slightly closer. I can dig it. We're getting closer and closer to completion. Colony summary check real quick. Yeah, we need to do that. Facility tubular must be completed soon. And the big question, which planet to put it on? I'm almost thinking Talon. Just because we could build a dock like here and then take it all the way down over here. And it would probably be useful. Maybe. I don't know. Definitely up for grabs on that now. Definitely need to get more steel, that's a given. Clean this up. We're gonna slowly work our way in. Just so that way we don't have to deal with the volcano blowing up in our face. That would be bad. I do think we're working out okay, actually. Check them right over quick. Oh, we're running low on power. A wire melt? Hold up. Did we have some wire meltage over here, or what? Am I seeing suits without oxygen, without power? Autosave, hurry it up. No? That's just that its power is being drained from everything else instead first. Well, at least the volcanoes are approaching stable ranges. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting very close. The only issue is I need to vent the oxygen. It's all compressed up. Okay. See, go to the bathroom. Don't think I don't notice that. Go to the bathroom, buddy. Come on. There you go. Good job, dude. I'm almost tempted to remove the other cots for the time being. Just to help out with the one achievement for get a room. Or not get a room. Get a room. One where you need every dupe to have their own independent room. Not that one. The other view is that one. I already do it. Even if it was by accident. Huh. No clue. Remember, there was one for having a dupe having their own independent room. I think that was part of the get a room originally. Now it's just build all of the rooms instead. I think the only thing we're technically missing at this point would be luxury barracks, private bedroom. We made a kitchen. We do not have a massage clinic. We do not have a hospital. We do not have a power plant. We have everything else. Probably make a private bedroom down there once we cleaned out all the hydrogen. And then possibly a hospital. Right here. Yeah, screw it. Hospital. Nope. I will need to make more nappa though at some point. Getting all those data banks is going to be a pain in the butt. But I think research is actually completed for now. Re-engage safety. Yep. Okay, that's all research done besides the miniaturized space research. I think I will have Gene do that once his rocket is refilled. Already up to 1,000. Let me storage here. A canister. Don't need petroleum here anymore. cooling loop is already completed. Can't really think of anything else that we would need liquid-wise on this planet. Obviously, we'll get sulfur from here. But I think that's everything on my list of what we need. Alan doesn't really produce any liquids. It's going to be producing slightly, and that's about it. So I guess technically it's part of the resin chain for distributing it to my other planets. I think that's really it. I mean, other than, refueling and a stupid amount of igneous rock. Like, astronomical amount of igneous rock. Oh man, it's so much. Petroleum canister moved. Also, this, that, this, and plug in. Wait, why are you losing temperature and you aren't? Hold up. What? They're both on the machine. I am confused. Is it the input that's cooling down via transfer? I have no idea. Handlings are weird. Very, very weird. They're not terrible, they're just really awkward to work around. Okay. Once that last cable gets plugged in, we should be able to turn everything on and not care. For all my wires snap and flames. Hopefully not. I don't need any more overloads. Just need one Red Bull generator to refill the rocket, and probably have all 4 of them going at the same time. Do that very monotonous task. One by one. Sure. Right all running on the wheel. See, what is your snap? Dang, your athletics are done. Okay. That's really good news. He's a good. I think all of my current dupes are good dupes. Nope. Still, I made it back safe and sound. So let's get our ship gold. Okay. Working, functioning. probably. That way we can microtize our water. I might need to just put that vent on its own automation line. Let's see how well this holds up. At least once they get it all built anyway. What are you guys doing? Really? Melt all that water ice though. Future me problem. Definitely future me problem. Oh, the feeling is slowly progressing. Video. That. That. You. System rejig itself. That. And connect you. There we go. Okay. Or I always like having modulars, especially with the new snippet tool. So much better. Things to make it work. Ah, yes. We need to lower the body temperature of the building whenever we save tonight. Mostly because the temperature for the Kelvin achievement is currently bugged. You have to save and load a building below the threshold requirement, and then it counts. If you do that, then it will never count and protect it. Slightly annoying, but and I still don't know why it's bugged. I think even Clyde doesn't know what it is. And yes, for anyone wondering if you're doing an achievement run like I am, not okay but pretty cold, this number doesn't actually update until you've saved and then reloaded the game. And trying to get it to 6 Kelvin is about 52 or whatever. Probably bad. Yes, if you're going for the full achievement run, just make sure that you save and reload the game once you're building. Round. Oh, blueprint. Hey, blue wallpaper. I actually need that. I needed that for like personal housing. They do like to color code stuff. Finally, blue. Still debating if I want to use green for this or if I want to use blue. But to see what it looks like with blue. Put those to 9. Very tempted to do the rec rooms of this blue. And keep the others. Fine. Like I could either follow the current coding for each room, for its colors, or we can just be like, rec room is green now, and like bedrooms will be blue because screw it, we have the tiles for it. And I think we'll probably still keep that orientation. Eric's green and blue. Hospital being a weird magenta red. Dallas having a moment of his own. This is fine. I don't mind us re-renovating the rec room slightly with better materials. It does look pretty. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's see. Anything else? I just wait on market so make sure our safety is engaged. There we go. Oof. 8 kilograms worth of seasoned permanent. $1,242 from 681 or whatever. That's pretty good. Only I could have all 4 of them. Getting very close to being able to do that, which is good. Thank you. Oh, 2 principles. Ooh, mellow seed. Steve with buff, unpracticed artist ladder. A with radiation eater 10, stylish, phobia, and not so great. I think yeah. Sorry, actually busted. And that's not good. Wasn't because of all the extra work I've been doing on missions late. Oh, the ace. I really do. Schedule next week so that way you guys can end up getting auction included content pretty much the entire week. At least whenever we finish the finish 2 complete. Base wise, everything's pretty solid. Still feel like I probably should give the another dude to help him, but this is more than enough for him. Like, he has the entire base to himself. Gonna take forever to recharge this thing with our current power output. I need to think of something. I don't have that many natural resources on the planet, which is why it's so tedious to work around, and I'll just use the teleport. Works for some solutions. Well, I would say possibly adding more nuclear waste, but yeah, it's not much on the refueling side. Painfully slow. Not terrible, just not good. Okay. Good thing. Need to even more of the stuff on top of barbecue and the other things without jeopardizing our creatures already. Again, future bee problem. Ah. I think this might be it. The reason I say that is we're already at cycle 2550. I did kind of want to make this a break. There we go. Let autosave this thing. And I'm pretty content with making the progresses that we did. Mostly it's just fixing stuff I forgot to do and patching up things that definitely needed to be done long ago. I just didn't get around to doing it. Which is pretty solid. But, yeah. Check everything. Stella's already made it back. That's already filled. We got our new refueling station currently sucking, but yeah, as noted, currently sucking up all of our power. Not so good. Not so good at all. And then obviously, once we've gotten that all nice and sorted, we can start sending more steel over and more aluminum and get the petroleum boiler on. And today was definitely a patch up everything else and see what happens. Eventually, we need to come back here. This one entire tank full of resin. A lot of volcanoes are actually doing their jobs for once. Which is pretty good. But let me drop a save here. Good. Technically, we're pushing into cycle 2001. And it'll be fine. Ugh. Yeah. I'm content with that much progress. You confirm to save here. Yep. Okay, cool. So, this for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys tune in for the next one.